Tom, welcome to Shrewsbury. How happy are you to be here?
Yeah, really pleased. Pleased to get it over the line and that, and just looking forward to a good start.
From your perspective, could you tell us a bit about how the move came about?
It was fairly like late on, just on Sunderland's behalf. They didn't know what they were doing, but I knew that I wanted a little bit of security, and spoke with Albie at the club here, and he just kind of sold it to me, and I was like, that's what I want to happen, and that's where I want to be. So let's make it work.
Nice. What are your first impressions of the club?
Yeah, really good, really good. Training ground's lovely. Obviously, been to the ground before. It's really nice as well, and it's just got like a good feel, like a little bit more personal than some of them huge clubs. So I like the area. Obviously, being that little bit further south is nice for me and my family. And just like I signed, I hadn't even looked at the table just because there's no consideration of relegation or anything like that, and we can push in the right direction for the end of the season, and then next season going forward, from what I've been told and things like that, the recruitment should be good, and I think there's just maybe need a couple of players for the squad rather than a full overhaul or anything like that, and I think we could really push on to something really, really great.
You met some of the lads, had a training session. What are your first impressions, and how was your first training session?
First training session was really good. Really enjoyed it, which is really important now. Lads are really good. Obviously, having played against quite a few of them before, I know their quality, and you always get a little bit more when you've trained with someone. So, looking forward to training again today. But yeah, no, really impressed, and I hope they think the same.
What was the gaffer or Albie said to you about the move so far since you've been here?
No, just that obviously they're pleased to have me, and that I was the one that they wanted, which is nice to hear, because sometimes in the world of football you're part of a long list, and as they don't get the one they want, they go to the next one. So it was a nice feeling, nice to be wanted.
Have you set yourself any targets for this move?
Not in the first 6 months. I don't think. Next season, I think definitely target going up or being in and around the playoffs for the majority of the season. And I think it's something that everyone should be targeting, because our individual goals will all align with one kind of goal at the end of promotion, or at least really challenging and taking it to the last days.
How would you describe yourself as a player to fans who haven't seen you play already?
Fairly relaxed. And sometimes that frustrates people, but that's just kind of my mannerism. Fairly good on the ball, kind of good one-on-one defender, good communicator and organiser. Say what I see as I'm watching everyone else run around, being at the back. So no, I think it's just give 100%, and I think that's one thing that leaving Sunderland, I think that they'd all say about me as well, is giving 100%, and I feel that that's important, and it's a given really. So I try to make that my main aim for every game.
Other than your hard working and your work rate and everything like that, what are your other footballing attributes?
I'm good on the ball. I like to take the ball out. I take the ball off the keeper. I'm not too worried about pressure and things like that. I mean, it's a bit of an external factor a lot of the time. I'm good with a game plan, so we learn how the manager wants us to play for a certain game, and I like to get the boys to all do it, and myself included, and I think that's important at this level, because a good structure and a base to work off, I think, can take you a long way.
We'll go back through your career a little bit now. We'll just go, could you tell fans what you've been doing so far this season? How you've been doing?
Yeah. I've had a really good start to the season. I feel I've played. I think I've played 26 games of the 29. Played every minute. Didn't play in any cups. But no, it's been a good season, to be honest. I'm hoping that I can keep my form coming into this half of the season and get us going in the right direction.
And going all the way back to the beginning, youth football started off with MK Dons. How old were you when you joined them?
I was 16 when I joined them. Been at a few other clubs before that, but just worked hard to get where I got, and lots of loans. I don't like not playing football, so So that's why I've had so many loans. And it's all an experience. And I'd say to any young player, and I do say to young players, that they should do that. There's no point in just training every day and not playing, because at the end of the day, we've all played with players who are terrible on the training pitch but brilliant on a match day. So they're the important days.
Mentioned all those loans. I mean, the first one was to Kettering. How was your first experience playing first team football?
It was a shock, especially at that level. It was like 22 men just trying really, really hard. Not too much tactics about it, just kind of bit of brute force. So that was good. In respect to, I learnt a lot then, and stuff I learnt then I still use now, and I think that's important.
Seemed to set you up quite well. You went back to MK Dons and played 21 games in League One. Got a few goals as well in the playoff season.
Yeah, that was a really good season. I've always either been kind of in the top two or in the playoffs, playing in League One. So I'd like that to be the case for my whole time here as well. And it puts kind of good pressure on you. You want to stay. You look at the other results and things like that. Where are we? How are we doing? The goal difference, things like that. So get us up there as soon as possible and start really turning it around.
The other loans you had, Gillingham, Barnet, Stevenage, Plymouth, and then got a move to Burton and got some Championship experience as well. Yeah. How different is that in the Championship to League One?
The Championship, it is different. But I would say it's probably only 6 teams that are stand out different, to be completely honest. The others, if you perform well on the day and you get 8 of your players playing at an 8 or a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, then you can beat them teams. And at Burton we proved that. We didn't have the best players in the Championship by any stretch of the imagination, but we stayed up in the first season comfortably, and the second season we went down on goal difference. And there was some kind of external things with that, so we were a bit hard done by there. But yeah, no, it's hard work and teamwork and togetherness, I think, is key at any level, and I think it stands out in the Championship because there's a lot of really good individuals, and I think that's where teams struggle, when they rely on their individuals rather than their teamwork.
And then Sunderland came calling in 2018, and you've been there pretty much ever since. How would you describe your time there?
Really good. It's a small club feel when you're there, and it's only when you go to the matches or away days that you realise how big the club is. And I've had some unbelievable messages from people saying how much they enjoy spending time with me, and I think that goes further than what the fans think of your performances. They only see you once a week, sometimes twice a week. It's the people in the building that are sorry to see you go and things like that, and I feel the same in that respect. But that's football. There's no love lost, and they'll go in their direction, and I've got a new project here that I'm gonna really sink my teeth into and make the best of it. And to be honest with you, it's behind me now, and it will be a club that I did play for, and that's it. And this is the new start, and I'm really looking forward to it.
And then final question, how would you describe your mindset for this move? Obviously it's all about Shrewsbury now and you're driven towards them, but anything else?
My mindset now is, a lot of people say 30 and we're kind of petering out, but I lucky enough to play with some of the best centre-halves the Premier League's had when I play internationally, and they were hitting their prime at 28, 33, so I feel like I can still reach higher heights in my performances, and like I said there, I touched on, if we can get 8 or 9 boys, 7 or 8, 9 boys playing at a 8 or 9 out of 10, and I'm one of them, we'll all reach the ultimate goal. So my mindset is to take this, and I'm not saying I'm able to do it by myself at all, but take this to the next level, because I've done it with Burton, and I know what it takes. So
fantastic. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much. Cheers.